Everybody, what's up everybody, man? Welcome to Auto 3 Garage. Welcome to Auto 3 Garage. On today we're going to be talking about this one particular topic with the Corvette C7s. If y'all don't know, they was produced from 2015 to 2019. And they've been having this one particular major issue that I have been seeing, and it's with the wheels. They are cast aluminum. I thought they was forged and all that, but they're not, especially they've been having major issues on the Z06s and all that. Now, this ain't a new problem and all that. It's been going on for years and stuff, and people have been having problems with getting like reimbursements and all that, or just trying to get to GM to handle the situation and all that. So we're gonna look at this one particular video, and I seen this one guy named Social Orbit, where his wheel had popped off. Well, his rim had cracked, and he landed on the side of the road and stuff, which is crazy. And then to see this video pop up again, and then seeing other stuff in the summer and stuff where this issue just constantly recircling, it kind of make you reconsider, like, dang, should I even get that particular car? And if I get that car, I need to change the wheels to something different and all that. So let's get into it. All right, guys, so this is the video right here. Let's get into it. It says Corvette owner says she's been waiting months to get her money, get money owed to her unsafe wheels. So anyway, let's look at it.
It's been a year now since a major automaker agreed to fix unsafe wheels on its cars. Channel 2 consumer investigator Justin Gray live now in DeKalb County. Justin, a local woman is out thousands of dollars just trying to keep her car on the road.
Yeah, George, her tires were losing air, but she went to the mechanic, learned the problem wasn't with the tire, it was with the wheel.
I love this car. It is a fantastic automobile, but obviously I have to have wheels on that vehicle.
But the wheels for Jennifer Chavez's 2019 Corvette sit in the garage.
I started losing air in the tire, and I, took it to the tire store, to find out what was wrong, and they're the ones that discovered what the issue was.
The issue wasn't the tire at all. It was cracks in the...
All right, guys, so y'all see it got the crack right there. So I believe these wheels was made out of cast aluminum, obviously. And I thought with the Z06 they would be done with a different material, but I feel like, personally, they've been having like a casting issue from the factory and all that. Wherever these wheels was made from, it had been like a funky process and all that. I probably need to see where in the world they made these at. Cause depending on the area where car parts and stuff made at and all that, the quality, it depends on the area, to believe it or not. But for them to have cracks on multiple Corvettes and all that, remember, this is a Corvette C7 and all that down. These cars was between like 2014 to 2019 or 2015 to 2019. But I know the Z06s and the Grand Sports and all that, they've been having these issues where these wheels just been cracking. And just for having multiple Corvette owners having this issue and all of that says a lot. And that goes towards GM. What in the world happened during that casting process and all that? Now, GM and all that, they're going to blame it on the roads. And it's like normal wear and tear. I don't get it. Anyway, let's continue.
Wheels.
They're all dangerous. They are all absolutely dangerous. That's why General Motors put out this thing that they would warranty replacements at full cost.
After multiple lawsuits, General Motors sent owners of certain model 2015 to 2019 Corvettes this letter saying they would pay the repair and replacement costs for the defective wheels. Chavez had already spent $3,000 on these.
So she spent $3,000 on some wheels and all that, $4,000. So if you plan on getting a Corvette C7 and all that, and you want to avoid having your wheels being cracked, yeah, just go get some aftermarket wheels and all that. That's all I gotta say to avoid
wheels
it.
Just to get around. The problem is, since Chavez sent in the claim to the company GM hired, Analytics Consulting, more than a year ago, there's been...
And of course, with so many lawsuits, complaints, and all that towards GM, of course GM going to push it off to a third party company and all that. And you know, with these third party companies and all that, you know they gonna take their precious time and all that. You know they gonna take their precious time. Instead of going directly to GM and then them having to push you off to a third party company, I have seen where you can report to the NHSTA, and you just have to, you know, send like some proof and all that. And then I believe in order to get the reimbursement faster and all that, you know, GM will, you know, contact you and all that, and you will possibly get your refund. But guess what? You got to have receipts and all that. And who keep receipts? Normally, a lot of people don't keep receipts and all that. That's why it's important to have like a service book, but a lot of people really don't. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't. I keep some service records here and there on my cars and all that, depending on what I do. But I don't keep like a whole like book and all that. But I have seen somebody report to the STA, and they had like some type of good luck. But the downside is they have to have proof of like the receipts and all that, you know, from whoever. And especially if it's like under warranty and all that, and they still having to go through the BS and all that is crazy. Like, it reminds me of somebody I know who have a GMC, and they've been having issues. And man, just like a new spanking truck, they having issues with lights and all that. And the dealership would give them a run around, and they had warranty and all that, and they try to make them pay out of pocket for something that's messing up for factory defect and stuff. It's just so weird. Or what the dealership will, you know, they would make their little mistakes. It's just so weird in this automotive space.
Nothing. When she called last year, she was told Analytics Consulting would.
But the main objective is, it's so crazy how they just push it off to the third party.
Start paying claims in March. That was 7 months ago. Altogether, Chavez's claim is $8,000 for the money she's already spent.
So she's trying to get about eight bands. I mean, she spent about 3,000 on some other aftermarket wheels and all that. If I was spending that much money, I would go crazy. I probably wouldn't go on the original wheels. I would go with something crazy. I mean, the wheels that she put on, they look pretty cool and all that, but I would go crazy.
Replacement wheels.
If I was spending that much money.
Already accepted live.
Those wheels that she got, they look pretty cool and stuff. Don't get me wrong, I like them.
They already said they're wrong. So, you know.
And these are the original wheels right here and all that. Like I said, it's prone to cracking and all that. And GM know that. So like I said, it had to been like a casting issue, the process and all that. It's just
for up to this other company.
I mean, I know roads and all that could possibly be part of the issue, but I doubt. I know America, we got bad roads and all that. We got horrible roads. I'm not gonna lie.
To pay the claims,
especially if you up north and all that. Oh yeah.
It's taking so long.
And I did reach out both to General Motors and that other company, Analytics Consulting, to ask that question. General Motors reached out to Ms. Chavez today, told her at this point it's out of their hands. It's in the hands of that third-party company. We're still waiting on a response for them. We're reporting live in DeKalb County. Justin Gray.
It's just like when the older sibling might take something, and the mother, father, or anybody who they stay with asks, like, who did this, such and such. You know who always get in trouble? The younger sibling and all that. And the bigger sibling and all that is laughing down below, like, ha ha ha, you had to take my heat, my mess, and all that. This is like the same situation right here. So it seemed like GM ain't taking care of this issue. It seemed like a revolving issue and all that. All right, guys, so that's really going to be pretty much it. And I also wanted to say with insurance companies, too, like, say if you have this C7 Corvette and you tell them, hey, my wheels had cracked. And you ended up in the road, nobody ain't involved, but it's just only you. They probably going to be thinking you messing around on the road and stuff. Think about it. In the particular car that you may have. So usually the insurance companies and all that, they will fault you for having that issue. So usually people can't, really claim with the insurance. They have to, go towards GM which might not be a good option to do that. But if you want to get this issue sorted, I have seen where you can report to the the NHSTA. You can report to them and all that, and hopefully they get it handled. But you still got to have like some type of receipt, some type of proof that you wasn't the cause and all that. And like I said, GM and all that, they just gonna blame it that it's like normal wear and tear and all that. But me, like I said, I think it's just have been a casting issue, because ain't no way y'all putting no type of wheels on that type of car in any way. It should have probably just been a whole nother type of material, but it's possibly just been a casting process and all that, because that can lead to cracking. Like I said, if you have multiple people across the country and all that having their wheels, cracking and all that, and then they having to spend extra $3,000, $4,000 on some aftermarket wheels, of course they gonna want something out of it and all that. But all car companies and all that have their flaws and all that. No car company ain't perfect, but if they know that this is like a constant issue, they need to at least do it. Like at least do a recall on all the dang Corvettes and all that with these wheels. Bring in a new set of wheels, to change them out, and just call it a day. But that might be too much money and all that on their hands. Not enough time, maybe, possibly, or don't want to care to have time for it. So it could be many other issues. But anyway, y'all just drop it down below. I'm just look how I see it on the outside and stuff. And I have been around C7 Corvettes and all that. I always thought it was pretty cool. Worked at a car wash and all that before, so I was seen it, touched it, been in it and all that. And I always loved the design of the C7 Corvettes and all that. So y'all let me know y'all favorite Corvette down below. Let me know if y'all got any extra 2 cents on this one particular issue. And really, that's going to be pretty much it. So y'all let me know. And peace. Be safe.